Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Around the JFL episode. This will be episode 6. Once again, we've got myself, Tristan, we've got Brady, and back in action, we've got John returning after quite a few episodes. How does it
Finally.
feel back? How's it feel to be back on the mic, John?
Feels good. Feels good. I have had crazy circumstances preventing me from showing up the past few episodes, but and some more today. I won't be here the whole time, but get
we'll
some good talking in.
we'll try and get you for as long as possible. So, quick recap for the end of season 7 that just finished up right before the new year. Super Bowl 7 featured my own Sabres and the Leopards facing off, the two cat teams, in the first Super Bowl to not feature a West team. And the Sabres were able to take the coveted Singer Trophy, my own team, and I was very,
Congratulations.
very happy with it. It took Brady 2 seasons, took me 4. We'll see who claims it next, but the first expansion team to win one, the first team from the North, it was a very thrilling conclusion to the season for myself.
We're all in the winners club.
Yeah,
Yes!
all three of them.
That's actually kind of crazy to think about, too. And so now I
Yeah,
think
and then
I'm.
Makai,
Makai is
and then
stuck
Makai.
at 3 straight semifinal appearances. Ugh.
Better than 3 losses.
I
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
don't know. That's pretty heartbreaking, to be honest. But
If I
the,
hadn't won one, it'd be worse.
yes, the East has now sent a representative to the past 3 straight Jupiter Bowls, so that is something to say. They're sneaking up with the potentially meeting the Golden West in playoff and Jupiter Bowl appearances. If the West doesn't make another one this upcoming season, it'll be very close to tied, I think.
I think the West is about to fall off completely. I think the Sharks, Corsairs, and Paladins, who have all been, obviously insane teams, are going to, they're all old and they're all going to take a significant dip to either being bottom feeder playoff teams or miss it entirely. We've already seen the Paladins miss a couple now. And the Sharks just had basically their entire offense, except for Tiber Jericho and Jordan Plant, retire. So unless they have a really good draft, I think the Sharks are dropping out despite being the 3 seed this last season. The Corsairs just lost Icy Danzler, Ray Graham. They're falling off and getting old. I still think they'll compete, but I don't think they're going to be a top 4 seed like they have been. And the Paladins have already fallen off. So I think the Golden West might be done for a while.
I thought the Oh no, the Sharks were number 3. I forgot about that. But yeah, Sharks were first round exits. Now, they did have to play the Corsairs, so one of the West teams were going to be first round exits. Um, Funnily enough, we had multiple division matchups in the wild card round. Myself played the Dire Wolves. That's a North matchup. The Sharks and Corsairs. That's a West. Towers and Rhinos play each other, and that's a Central matchup. The only one that wasn't was Leopards against Jackals. Now looking at
Yeah,
back at it, which is kind of really cool to see.
it was a neat round.
Yeah,
The
but
first
yeah,
time in a while, I was able to relax during the playoffs and not worry about nothing.
yeah. You were still 500 though, so you still had you
Yeah,
still had an even
happy.
season. But
Yeah.
well, like you were saying, John, a lot of our original dominant teams, these dynasty teams from season 1, are really about to take a huge step back because of those old ages, because of those retirements. Sharks are really got hit hard. I mean, they got gutted. Paladins are probably Corlin's not moving around as much anymore. I don't know if that's because he's gotten a better wide receivers or if he's
He's
getting
also
old.
he is old. It's probably
So
a combination.
he's not running as much anymore, and since he's like the main dual threat QB, him losing his legs, that's a huge hit to that team. That he's probably going to be out the door pretty soon. And Garrett Breida, greatest wide receiver, of course he's probably still got a few years left on him, but he's now entering his 7th season, right where we started seeing those season 1 players start to take their regression. So we'll see if he survives the same fall off as.
He's already missed a couple All Pros now. Like he's already obviously regressed a bit. Gary Brita has, and the thing is, with the Paladins, they also were hit hard with retirements, and I expect them to. Their team's old as hell, and I see like Danny Cruzan is old, Dustin Dodrum, Lamar Humphrey. Like did Otto Wallace retire? I don't remember, but like their entire linebacker core, like their D line, it's all Derek Macon. Like these are all ancient players. This entire team is about to completely retire. As Nicky has stated that he's considering retirement from the JFL. So the outlook for the Paladins right now looks very grim, despite being the most dominant team of the first decade of the JFL.
Yeah, it hurts to see. The only team to two-peat the Singer Trophy at this point. So we'll see what happens next. The Leopards, strangely enough, of like the season one teams that are built around the season one players, look like they're the ones that are still the hottest. I'm not saying the Salamanders because the Salamanders are built around like the season two and season three class. The Leopards are based around the season one class, much more
Yeah,
so. They're an
Leopards
Fair,
pretty
older
much
fair,
team,
entirely.
and I would say the
fair.
Leopards of those teams that are built around that initial draft are the ones that still look the hottest. The Salamanders, I think, with one good draft, are right back in it as well because
I'm always
they're
in it.
right at the tip, I think, of like their prime with a lot of their star players. But like Leopards, like someone said, I think in the last episode, their season is last season and this season, and if they miss it this season again, they're gonna have to do a full relook because a lot of their guys are close to
That
retirement.
would be really tragic for that team, considering how much talent is there and how many old players that definitely deserve a ring and decided to stay with the Leopards because they believed they could get it there. And they've gone to two Jupiter Bowls and lost both. One of them was by 1 point, and they just lost this last one to the Sabres. Like it would be brutal if the Leopards don't pull it out.
Did the
Yeah,
Leopards have some retirements too?
they had a few, but
They
not
lost
nearly
Carlton
as
Lock.
many. I don't think.
Carlton Lock was injured in the Jupiter Bowl,
Yep.
so he retired. And then I want to say
Because they only have two defensive
DeAndre White
backs right now.
retired. Yeah, DeAndre
Um,
White retired. So yeah, they had two DBs retire.
yeah, they had George Ayers, DeAndre White, and the one other. So they
I
haven't
kind
been
of
completely gutted like some.
those are
Um,
ones you wish would have stayed.
the crazy one to me was the Towers. Immediately
Yeah.
after
Oh
the
my
Jupiter
God.
Bowl, William
Wow.
Tevin, Reese Levy, and Brutus Beckham all immediately after Jupiter Bowl. And like
That's a big
as
blow.
a season three team, that is crazy that they're getting hit with so many retirements right away. And then also Devin Pacer announced retirement soon after. Like the Towers went from what we thought was number three team in the league last season to
Kind of
where
in
are they going to
trouble.
be now? Because they're in whenever they were hot, the entire DB room had to be firing, and it fired often. But as soon as one person goes down from that room, it immediately gets swept under the rug, very often at least. And so, are they going to be able to maintain that no-fly zone going forward?
My take on this is that I think the Towers will actually be just fine because yes, those four names that retired were big names, but look at where they were and where the rest of the team is built. Devin Pacer was wide receiver four for
That
that.
is
Well, I guess
true.
three,
Yes.
but interchangeably with Cohen Reed, they still have Eli Monk and Dante Okada ahead of them and a stud wide receiver three in Cohen Reed. So I think they'll be just fine there. Brutus Beckham, yes, he's the best DB4 in the entire league, but again, he's DB4. They have King Salazar, Ricard Reese, the two greatest DBs of all time, and All Pro DeLewis Dather. I'm sure they can find another DB4 to replace him in the draft. So I think they'll be just fine there. And then William Tevin, yes, former All Pro, was a big leader on that D line. But then you look at their rookie Eric Gallo, who put up 4 sacks as a rookie. They have Donnie Extroa, the former All Pro. So I think they'll be okay there as well. The big thing for me is Ruiz Levi. Their linebacker room needs help badly.
Yeah. But my next question though is do they have the cap space for it? Because I know they did just see some
That is
retirements,
the
but
question.
cap space is always a big thing with a lot of teams, and a lot of people are pending contracts right now, including Dante Okada and Will Paver.
They
So
have to go through the draft. They have to
they
hit
have
draft picks
to.
this draft
Yeah.
because like
Which,
that's been Owen's struggle his
yeah,
whole career. He builds his team through trading and he hits in the first round. He has to hit beyond the first round and fill multiple gaps this draft.
I think if he can fill He's got probably a gap at like 2 or 3 positions right now. If he can hit on at least two of them in the draft, he's gonna stay still a top team for at least another season or two. But if he misses like two or all three of those positions through the draft, he's in trouble.
I actually have a little bit of insider scoop of a trade that hasn't been announced yet. The Towers traded for multiple picks with the Griffins, and including Kenneth Adler is going to be a Tower.
What?
So how about that? Yeah,
Why is he bouncing around the league?
I don't know.
he
It's
was
kind of weird.
he was a very hot, he was season 4, I believe. He was the first running back taken in season 4 by the Jackals, ahead of Reed Derby, who was in that same class, who fell to me somehow at 15. But he has had very struggling seasons with only a few games of showing greatness when he first got to the Griffins, but he hasn't shown them since. Why is he the one that's bouncing around the league?
No idea, but I think
Huh.
Owens clearly wants some kind of opportunity to upgrade from one of his running backs because he made the move of giving up Thurman Jiesman for both uh, Rigo Phenom and
Deegan Amuka.
geez, what's the Egan Amuka, geez. And both of them have been very, very underwhelming. So
Yeah,
maybe Kenneth Adler in a new place can be better than one of them by a little bit.
maybe. We'll see. And then where are some of the other teams that we were seeing that we think can take big steps up? Griffins loaded up
Yes,
Griffin,
absolutely.
huge last draft. They still went a little underperforming, but their differential was very good. But they're going to end up with a decent schedule, and they've got a load of picks for this one as well right
they have
now.
so many draft picks. Like if
I
the
mean,
Griffins are
whew.
built to explode
The
in the next few
Griffin
seasons, they have to find their quarterback.
and Ben is also still trading some of these picks as well into the future for his season 9 as well. At least he's trying
He has a
to
bunch
where
of trades that are confirmed that I haven't announced yet that are getting him more picks. Like it's
he
just ridiculous.
he legitimately
It,
could be
it
set
is
up for the
crazy.
next like 3 or 4 seasons already. And I think Griffins are about to swing up into their first like dominant performance stretch. As
All
like
he has,
the Leopards are going to fall off in like 2 seasons. I think that's just like it's gonna happen because Tony is trying to go all in on big guys. He's gonna lose like that lower edge. When the big guys retire, he's just gonna fall off. It's just gonna happen naturally. Salamanders are right on the cusp. I think the Salamanders are still around for another 2 or 3 seasons, but as soon as they die, I think the Griffins might be poised to like lead this division in three
they are
seasons.
set up. They are set
Like
up.
they are.
I would agree. They just need to find their quarterback because that's the thing. Because they have
Yes.
Nile. That's the problem right now for them is they have so many picks that they need to trade up for one because Nile Drum is like he's a season one player. He's not going to be around for very many more seasons. But
Hmm.
because they're already like pretty good, they're never going to have that good of a draft pick to get the quarterback. So they're going to have to make a move up to get one. But I believe that they have enough capital to do that.
Niall Drum is also season 1, so like
Yeah.
he's also not
So
doing
like
him any favors at this point.
he's going to be
So wish I
gone
had
very
my. I so wish I had my original first in this draft, man.
So and then what about the other two North teams? The Emperors and Direwolves are both right on the cusp of being great, I think. And I don't know what needs to happen for the Direwolves for them to get there. The Emperors is very clear though. Kaiser Ahn has not been the same since his injury at the tail end of season 4, and we finally saw it this season with like the atrocious completion percentage and just a lot of interceptions. Josh wants a new QB. We all know it, and we know at least 2 QBs are not making it past pick 8.
Yeah, so I think that for the Emperors, obviously they need a new quarterback, and I know they love Warren Fouts Creek, and I think it's entirely possible they get them at pick 8, because if you look ahead of them, the teams that might take a quarterback. So Cobras are obviously taking Ben Kennedy at 1.
That is confirmed. I've
Blazers,
spoken with Ryan.
yeah,
He is taking he's told me you need to probably give me your team for me to even think about giving up this pick. Like
yeah,
he's publicly
he's got
stated
his Cobra
2
team
firsts, a
under contract.
star wide receiver, and seconds. Like you're not getting that pick.
And I know the Glaciers are going to ride with Simon Gideon for this next season.
Mm-hmm.
The Sentries have Kirk Harvey from last season. The Admirals have Kayvon Holland. So then that leaves the Kingfishers, the Hoplites, and the Lancers that I think could reasonably take a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lancers. So Cruz Gibbs, I think, is done. He's no longer a starting quarterback after his injury and his lackluster play. Brett Matterly stepped in for him and played pretty well. It sounds like that their new manager Cameron is going to ride with Brett Matterly for this next season.
Okay.
The Hoplites, I think,
Mm-hmm.
could, but they have Joe Syke. They benched Joe Syke, so I have no idea what the Hoplites are doing.
Do they still take another season to figure something else out though and address a different issue and then take QB
I
next draft?
I have
think
no
that's the.
idea.
I would, if I was in charge of the Hoplites, that's what I would do. Is I would wait at least one more season for the address the
Well, after
quarterback issue.
they benched Joe Syke, so like what are they gonna do? They're gonna start Zane Hathler?
I mean,
Like I don't know. But the Sentries, I know the Emperors are trying to trade up for the Sentries pick to be
Mm-hmm.
ahead of them and not worry about it. And if that happens, like Josh is going to throw the bag at the Sentries.
Yeah.
Um,
Is
that leaves the
Gavin
Kingfishers.
is Gavin still
Gavin has
controlling
stepped down.
sentries? He's fully stepped
Gavin
down, so
stepped down.
it's now you controlling the sentries pick.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, Josh is going to get that pick because
Okay.
he's sending so much picks for that.
And even if it's you controlling it, the sentries would not take a QB as the commissioner running it.
Yeah, they
It
wouldn't
doesn't
want a
make
QB
sense.
anyway.
No, they
They would
just
want the big bag that Josh is overpaying.
yes,
Um,
100%.
So then that leaves the Kingfishers, which I think is volatile. They have Ronnie Wiley, who
They're workshopping on the
tip-off.
trade block.
they put him on the trade block, which I thought they were for sure going to ride with Ronnie at least another season. But it sounds like he's trying to get a deal for him. I think that if he gets traded, they might take Warren Fauskrieg at 3.
There's no way they
Maybe
play
not.
There's no way they play Kowalski.
Yeah, there's no. I don't know why Kowalski didn't retire. Did he?
Not that I've heard.
No, he didn't. Yeah, so like it's volatile, but I expect the Emperors to land Warren.
Yeah. I would be very excited to see the Emperors get a new QB. Even though they're a North Division rival, and I know I want to be good for as long as possible. I would love to be the first team to go back to back. I am fully okay with my team now kind of falling off a little bit. I've only got one pick this season, and it might be a really low one if a trade I have right now goes through, but I'm fully okay with if I take a step back, the North goes to someone else, and I rebuild for in a future couple seasons, um, and maybe shoot for like season 10 or 11 again at this point. Just start to regroup, maybe even pull a John and try and do something really stupid and get like a really overloaded one room for no reason at all. Um,
Linebacker.
Linebacker, I kind of already have that. um, I mean, on paper, my linebacker room is like should be the greatest one, but like the Rhinos and the Emperors both have stupid good linebacker rooms. I feel like are
I
kind of outperforming mine right now, even with
I feel like
two number one LBs from their
I
respective
feel like
classes.
it's because they compete more than the linebackers on other teams.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. Is that there's more competition between your linebackers than the linebackers on the other teams.
Okay. So because there's more mouths that are really good, it is more spread out instead of two really
Yes.
good guys.
Mhm.
That would make sense, honestly. But yeah,
Uh,
so
we haven't really talked about the South much of like teams that could step up potentially,
you're right, yeah.
and I think the Tyrants and the Jackals are both right there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lancers and the Cobras are kind of just chilling out. We don't really know what's going to happen with them
Yeah. Cobras
because they have a
are
little.
go ahead.
They need a little bit more than just a one pick quick fix.
Yeah.
But the Jackals and the Tyrants, I mean, Tyrants like have a really solid base across everything now, which is good for them. Now they just need a few more superstars. It'll be great for them. The Jackals, if they just lock in, man.
Okay. So unfortunately, John will not be rejoining us, unfortunately. But we did get him for a good 20-ish minutes, which that was nice to have him back on again. Um,
Yeah.
but he did say we should do a first round prediction. I like that. We'll do that at some point. But to
Oh God.
keep going on the South a little bit, the Lancers really are in like the aging spot of they are in a must rebuild spot at this point. They can't just fix things and go for it right now because of aging vets. The Cobras are also somewhat in a little bit of the same situation because of their initial play when they first came in season 5. They're still feeling it. And season 8 now, I think, is where they're going to really start to readdress that and start building back up themselves. So that leaves the two other teams who have really built a lot of young guys. Tyrants are super young. Almost their entire team at this point is season 5 or onwards. They're looking good. They've got a lot of solid foundations, and Will keeps getting picks to keep trying finding these next like low round stars that are gonna boost this team up. And the Jackals have finally got their wide receiver and tight end rooms with their QB play really firing on cylinders. And their defense is starting to show up quite a bit with a few of their key stars, like Haster John and other guys. So I think those two are really going to be the ones that competes. And I think next season we see at least a 5-win team come from the South to move on
About
to
time.
playoffs. I know, right? But I know we keep saying it, but like I think this is the season, especially with all the other big season 1 teams going into their regression phases. I think this will be the season we see the South take a step up and become. I don't think we're gonna see like a dominant division like we have seen in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see a lot of the new stuff switch up with everyone going on and where everyone's gonna go with the standings wise. Now, we don't know schedules yet, so we can't really say, oh, this person's got an easy schedule, this person's going to feel really rough. But if it's usually based, like it has in the past, off of previous season performances, I think a lot of the teams that built up really well in season 7 and still had lackluster seasons are going to be able to swing back around and go up. So, like the Griffins or maybe even the Hoplites could if their QB play sticks around for one more season. And other teams in the Admirals, I think I have on the top point of my like to watch list, as the rest of the entire West is now like regressing from like their season 1 spots. I think the Admirals might just straight up jump from last place in the division almost to like second or first because of their younger core.
As if they click and it works, I can totally see that.
Because they've got a decently high pick this season. They have so many defensive studs with
Mm-hmm.
like Bruce Bateman, Barik Bay. I mean,
They've got Kez and Kayvon Holland.
Hez and Kayvon Holland.
Kez.
Tavon Revis, their running back, ain't terrible
Mm-hmm.
either. And Cliff Mazzella's from last
True.
season, the huge tight
True.
end. I mean, like they fill out this offense, and they could be kind of sneaky good next season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my prediction, at least. So I'm gonna be very excited to see how well they do um, coming up next season.
I think this will be the first season where things really start to shake up a little bit.
I do too, and I'm really excited for that because of just we're now into season 8. It's been a full year in the JFL. It's like if you were good in season 1, you've been good since, and now we're gonna fully see the dynasties flip flop, and that's gonna be so exciting to watch. Is there really anyone we haven't talked about at this point? The only one I can really think about is the Glaciers, who are still in that like rebuild mode, but
They're in full
they
rebuild.
have so many picks this season as well. Much like the Griffins, um, uh, new manager, Trenton came in right during the season, traded away a lot of his star players, and has got loads of picks right now. Like he's got the second overall, multiple firsts, multiple seconds. Like
Let's see what he has here.
He's got. Does he have 4 firsts? He has
One,
4 first rounders.
2, 3,
Alone.
4, 5. No, 4. 4. Yeah.
4 first rounders. 3
Oh,
second rounders.
oh my God, that's
He has so many picks that like he could pull like a 1 season turnaround with this many picks almost if he
he
hits
has
on
4
enough of them.
in the third.
That's crazy. So maybe he's onto
I,
something.
maybe.
He's got a lot of
I
guys
just
pending from his team. I'm surprised Vance Hodges didn't retire, but you know what? Maybe he's stuck around, so maybe we see a resurgence out of him. Maybe not. I don't know. He's probably looking to rebuild this defense a little bit, though. But Jermaine Ball, who somehow wound up on the Glaciers, didn't he end the season with like 7 or 8 sacks?
I will look really quick.
Like he kind of balled out with the
He
Glaciers
he
after
did
Donnie Extroa
really
got
well.
ripped off the team. And like I know Jermaine Ball had a better season than
He ended
Donnie
with
Extroa.
8 sacks and a forced fumble.
And he just came off the rookie contract, which that's not helping his wallet.
No,
But I
Donnie
he no
Stroa
longer
had
has Ray
5.
Bold or Ivan Dekolov on the payroll now. So
Big
like
salary
he's
gone.
got so much salary cap. It's not updated, but it was only at like 58, and he just had his 2 highest paid guys leave. So like he's gonna have a ton of room now to pay whoever, and a lot of these guys coming in are all gonna be rookies. So he's set up to actually he might do something wild in the next like 2 or 3 seasons with this draft right here. So it'd be really cool if we see the Glaciers turn around really quick and hopefully have their first winning season. Because most seasons they've just had like a 2-6 season, which sucks for the franchise history. But I think if they hit enough of these picks, it's looking like a real quick turnaround.
You are correct.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we didn't even mention this until now. This is the first season that we only have 4 rounds instead of 5 for drafting.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
So instead of 100 drafts, we've got 80, which draft night will speed up because of that. But also, those picks
79 picks.
79, yes, there's a find pick this season, but there's a standard 80. Um, but this is we see like now the 4th round picks get a little bit more value now because they are technically the last round pick, and so they're kind of like 5th rounders, but with less picks, that means each one is more valuable, and so we haven't seen nearly as many big blockbuster trades because of that.
Ooh.
And so I think it's going to be a lot harder nowadays to really grab those higher picks because you don't have as many to just shove in someone's face. Like beforehand, saying, "Hey, I want your second, have my third, fourth, and fifth," sounded, you know what, that could be okay. But now it's like, "I want your second, here's my third and fourth," doesn't sound nearly as appealing.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna start seeing a bit less like just shove it at the wall kind of trades versus a lot more meticulous and very hyper intensive or hyper accurate trades instead. We're not going to see as many like, "Oh yeah, here's the farm for 1 pick" anymore. We're going to see a lot of like, "Here, I want your first rounder. Here's like this. Here's my first, next year's first, and a lot of seconds," instead of just, "Here's the entire thing." Which I think that'll make for some more interesting trades. And potentially some more interesting like circumstances of like win now, win later instances instead of just, "Here's my entire draft, whatever."
We should probably get into pick predictions and talking about the draft a little bit.
Sure. So
Get that going. Well, we know what's happening with the
we
first.
know what's happening
pick.
with the first rounder, Cobras. They're taking QB. They're gonna take the guy.
Yep.
Which I don't blame Ryan at all. He's been struggling with Lee Flag. He's definitely not going to ride with Sammy Akers. He's about to just fall off a cliff. He needs a build for the future. Take the Heisman winner. Done deal. After that, it gets interesting.
I think there's two possibilities.
Glaciers are probably. It's been stated they're going to ride with Simon Gideon. I trust that. I believe in that one. Give the guy at least a full year, see if he turns out or not. And he's still on his rookie deal. You're not really losing anything for it. This is not a 1-year rebuild. You've got time to play with it. Where do they go, though?
I think this is kind of an easier look at it because think about what they lost. Lost their star linebacker and their star running back. I think they replace
One of those
with
two.
that first pick.
So
yeah, I think they go linebacker or running back. It's interchangeable, but
and funnily enough, both of those positions are in the Heisman winner voting. They're 3 and 4. So like, do they take Orode Lewis or Latrake Shepard? I think they take Shepard.
I would think that they would take Shepard.
I think I like Shepard a little bit more
because their defense is still
it's okay
better than their offense. It's better than their offense right now.
Their offense is struggling. So
I think you take the running back.
I do too. And they're like
they're running. Be writing this down to keep track.
Sure. Their running back room is Azaire Hurst and Antonio Muma. Like that needs to get fixed. That needs to be addressed. At least you still got some guys in your linebacker room in Reed Coleman, Wilson Campbell, Arden Babylon. Like, not super high, great guys, but like you've at least got something there.
So Cobras, we have what? We have Cobras going Ben Kennedy, right?
Yeah. Cobras, Ben Kennedy, Glaciers. Latraken Shepard, which is also just an awesome name.
Yeah. Latraken Shepard.
The next
3, 4, 5.
Kingfishers.
Ooh, interesting.
You think they take DeMar Williams?
I think that's
Or do they take Ordo Lewis to replace CJ Precise after his midseason retirement?
That is a good point.
Because I think we need to work under the assumption that they're still gonna have Ronnie Wiley. Even if he's been put in the trade block, I think I want to work under that assumption that they're still gonna work with that. So I think they take DeMar Williams. Because I mean he's a great number 2 Heisman voting. He looks great, and their D line is not one of their great areas. They've got an All Pro in Sam Hampson, which he's from season 5, so he's still good. They got Steve Wilson, meh, and Bob Monroe from season 5 as well. But I think they go Williams.
You'll go Andre Lewis or DeMar Williams, but I mean DeMar Williams is higher on the list. I could see them going DeMar Williams.
Yeah.
So want me to book him down as DeMar?
Sure. Let's do that. And then the Sentries at 4, but do we work with the assumption that the Emperors get that pick after what John said earlier?
Yes.
Okay. So we know the Emperors are going to take the other QB. They're going to take Warren then. Warren Fouts-Krieg.
Yep.
Hoplites at 5 with no more top-end QBs left. Clay Duke looks okay, but eh.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got good stuff, but like personality wise, he's lacking, much like Tymall was. I don't know if they want to put
Yes.
themselves back into that position again. So I would avoid him personally. And do they then just go for tight end again for another pass catcher? Or
I don't think they go tight end there.
do they need the linebacker help though? Jeremy
I'm not
Young, Greg Regenreg, Erwan Tyron, Chuck Braun.
sure.
Maybe they do take him.
You think they go tight end?
I don't know.
Go defensive back.
They could do that. They could do that, though I don't know if any of the DBs look good enough to
They could
take this
also go D
high.
line.
They could go D line. That would be, I feel, would be a better play to take
Yeah.
second D line over DB personally. I don't like
Or
a lot of
another.
these DBs.
I mean, there's some good other running backs too.
True.
Drake Lettler's been kind of meh.
Yeah. He's
John
getting up in
Samuel.
age. He's a rookie, so they could.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of an interesting one.
Yeah. Huh. I think for them, they might take running back.
I don't really
I
feel they don't need a tight end. I mean, Tom passes from season 4.
Yeah, they really don't need it. And I wouldn't say they need a pass catcher super hard. They've got Zyron
No, yeah.
Williams and
Quay
ZJ
Sutton was
Wagner and
good.
Tom Pass. And Quay Sutton just came off a rookie year.
You know,
I mean, I think if
I
they're
think they
gonna
go.
go if they're gonna go offense, they go running back.
Yeah,
If they're gonna go defense, I think they go D line.
yeah.
Let's mark them down for running back.
Running
Because
back.
this is a good running back class. I think they would take Dashen Farrakhan. Or Dashen Farrakhan. I mean, he looks good.
Down for that.
Deotown, speedy, elusive. Those are always decent.
Not my kind of guy, but to each their own.
Of course, of course. Lancers
Ooh, I need to look at their team.
are... Man, I could so see them.
They need defense.
Yeah. They do need defense.
They need D line and DB. Really
Yeah.
bad.
I think they would take D-line first. I think they'd take that second D-lineman.
Ralph Sellers.
Yeah.
I think that's a good move there.
Because after the first DB, it falls off pretty quick, but...
Yeah.
I do think they
Ralph.
would take D-line first.
Ralph Sellers.
And the Lancers historically are very good at generating D-line talent, so... Try and maybe look for another good one. They got John Bain. It'd be good to give him a buddy. Create more pressure. Take some of the heat off of him.
So in the first 6 picks, we have 2 quarterbacks, 2 defensive linemen, and 2 running backs.
I honestly could see that happening.
I mean, it
It's
sounds
very
crazy.
It does, but the teams that are taking those are very needy for those positions.
Yeah.
Admirals, though.
Admirals. Ooh.
Admirals kind of would take similar spots almost. Well, no, they've got to fill out their offense though. I could see Admirals
see
taking wide receiver.
I was gonna say I think we see the first wide receiver go off here.
I do too, actually. I don't know much about the manager over there, but DeMarco, I think, is still the Admirals
Yep.
GM, but I could see wide receiver going here.
Hmm.
And Jazzen doesn't look terrible. Jazzen does look like he could be round one talent.
I mean, well, that's
Or
crazy that the.
Zaire Madison could
I was gonna
go
say
ahead of him.
I think Zaire
I
Madison
actually could see
would
that happen.
go.
Why are there
I
so many
I would.
Z's?
I know it's J Z Z J.
Yeah, J A
So we
Z
put down.
Z Z
Yeah,
J. I would take Zaire Madison actually. Yeah, no,
that's. I think that's a good.
I like that
I
pick
would.
too.
Yeah,
Frankly,
I agree with that 100%. So
yeah.
I switched pick 8 from the Emperors to Sentries, assuming that
That
goes
I
through.
believe that would have to happen. Yeah, 100%.
So Sentries. Who do the Sentries need?
Sentries probably need defense. I would say. What do they do? Let me.
They kind of need a DB.
Yeah, I could see first DB go here.
Up. I think that's a good move.
They're still not scoring a ton of points, but they let up a lot of points last
Yeah.
season. They did have a good defensive improvement from season 6 to season 7, but I
So
could
which
see
DB
them
do they go
doing
for
even
here?
better.
Because both of them look pretty good.
I think they would just take top one.
Take the top one since he's there. This is
Yeah.
crazy that the Aronde Lewis we haven't put him out yet.
Who?
The linebacker.
Oh, you're right. Actually, could they take linebacker? I think they
I
need more
think it would.
help at
They
DB,
need
but
they need DB more, but I mean it's just
yeah,
crazy trying to mock these up.
it is. I'm not very good at
I-
mock drafts personally, but
I'm
I
sure if I
could,
sat down and actually analyzed it more, I could do
yeah.
fine. But
If I went
we're
really in
putting
depth and looked at every the stats for every team and whatnot, I'd probably get a better understanding.
all right.
But
I put him down for recall Conte,
sure, I like that one. Um,
so that
then
puts us at pick 9, the
Tyrants.
Tyrants.
Tyrants probably want offensive help, honestly.
Yeah, because they have Jay Rollins, Amal Pierce, Tommy River.
They've got to start at
They
every
they
position on defense. Salta
yeah.
Kendall is also was really good this past season in the
Yeah.
DB room. He had 7 interceptions. Like I would so see them taking offensive help. And actually, I see them taking the tight end.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, they have Sal
I see them.
Kuzma,
I
whatever,
do. They've got
and
Salcusi, yeah, but like Brody
he's their
Grath.
captain.
I don't think Brody Grath is sticking around very long, honestly.
No,
I think I would
I
see.
think
I'd see him
I,
taking that because I would
I
like the
think they might
other.
go wide receiver.
I would like the other. Personally, I would take Artie DeBerg over one of the next wide receivers, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks so good.
he does.
I would take Artie DeBerg in their spot.
I mean, I think it's fairly simple. It's either Artie DeBerg or Jason Duntella.
Yeah. I
We can,
personally would go for DeBerg and just run 2 really good line or tight ends,
but
but
what would Will do?
what would Will do? He's got
I
AJ
think
Cameron and Haywood Jones. Jamel Jelks is old. He's going to be out of there. He keeps saying Jamel
I,
Jelks is good. I still don't believe it, frankly.
he's better than he was. But
He's
he's
better
not
than he was, yeah.
good.
But
He's good.
he's season 2. He's about to hit his fall off.
I mean, Haywood Jones.
Haywood has been all right. He's been a solid 2. AJ Cameron is 1 basically.
I really think it's more important for them to go for a wide receiver than the tight end, but I could see them taking the tight end.
Yeah. I think wide receiver is the more needed position, but the tight end just looks better. That's a hard one.
And Artie.
Okay.
We got to make a decision.
Mhm.
I think.
My vote's for Artie DeBerg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, next at pick 10, halfway through, The Griffins
Griffins.
have got so many picks, and assuming they hold on to all of them, have got a lot of work to do with them. Um,
Do they take a linebacker?
actually, they might.
I think
I think
that
they do.
that's why I said that. I think at this point,
Caldorado needs
because
some.
he's
I
not.
think Caldorado needs some help.
Yeah, I think the fact that Rondé Lewis is still there, at
Yeah,
least in this hypothetical scenario, he
he
absolutely
gets
gets
taken.
taken.
Yeah, 100%. Ben is the one that talked me into taking Mortis Fowl with my pick
True.
last draft, who somehow slipped to me at where
Yeah.
he did at like 11 or 12. Top linebackers seem to fall a lot.
Yeah,
If
it's
they're
kind of weird.
not taken right away, they seem to fall. But I would so see Ben taking that. If he falls to Ben, Ben takes him like snap decision. I think for sure.
I think in my first draft, I drafted a defensive line. I drafted Keanu Mallory, and I
Yep.
took
You took Olive
um
Rusty with your next pick, but
at
he
like
slipped the
at
second
like
round.
no, he was still first. I had two firsts, but
Oh,
I
was
think he
he?
was like
Okay.
pick 8 something.
He fell a
And there's
lot. I was
there's
just
10.
re-listening to that video that we did back in the summer again while I was at work today. He fell like almost all the way through the first round.
I know. I mean, and I was hoping for it, so I'm happy. But
Yeah, I don't know how it did, but no one wanted defense, I guess, in season 2.
yeah, Paladins up next.
Paladins. What just retired for them? A lot of linebackers, wasn't it? I know
DB linebacker D line.
they're gonna probably they're gonna draft defense to start for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's defensive back.
You don't think so? I could see them taking the second DB. I could see that one
Oh yeah,
happening.
true.
Do
I
they
can see
run
that too.
man or zone normally? Hybrid,
Humphrey is hybrid.
hybrid. Let's
Tall
go.
Smooth is
They're
hybrid.
they're all hybrid players.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So screw it. Do you want to just
I would take second DB with them, I think.
yeah? I could see them taking either the third defensive lineman or the DB.
Yeah.
So Coden Albatross.
Yeah. Back to the Griffins again. What more do they need? Quite a bit.
They just took tight end
Who, Griffins?
with their last.
No, we had them taking linebacker.
Oh yeah, I looked at the wrong spot lined up.
I could see them taking D lineman though. I don't
Making
think Heath Teal
switch tabs
Jr.
like a madman.
I've got a lot open at this point. I can go back and forth between them pretty quick.
Oh
I
God.
could see them going. They've got a lot pending, but I could see them taking D line here probably. His
I think they
DB
go.
room is already pretty good. He's got Taryn
Yep.
Cherry and Bradley Pears, and then the other guys just kind of back those two up. I see him taking D line here.
Ronald Wild.
I think that would be a really good pick, and I think especially if you run 4 D linemen, he's going to be really good,
Yes.
honestly, because the more D linemen you have, the harder it is to game plan out all 4 of them.
Yes. True.
So, like, I think if you have Ronald on your team, you got to run 4.
And then up next with pick 13 is Dire Wolves.
The Direwolves are in.
What
I
do
don't
they
know.
need?
I don't know what they need, man. They are so weird to me because I like Martin
they-
Doria a lot. I like. Could they take running back? I like their wide receivers a lot. Maybe they could take. I mean, Jahad Jesko is pretty young.
Bummer.
Would they take linebacker to help Mark Valance?
Or would they go defense? I feel like they'd go defensive back.
Maybe. Did they have someone retire from their team? in the offseason? I don't know if they did.
No, I think they just ran a 4-4-3
Okay.
because I know that he wanted to get Ricky out of there.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he would take defensive back actually with that.
So it would be the
He'd
third
take the
defensive
even
back.
then.
Harper.
Oh, and
Oh, but does he take Harper
does
Thomas?
he?
Oh,
I could see him taking Laney as well,
I think he either takes
or
or does he
even
take
or
Shane?
I was just about to say the same thing that he
I
could
think
reach for
Shane.
Shane. I could see
I think
Shane
he'd go
going
for Shane.
earlier. I
I
like
like
that one
Shane more.
actually.
I like that for him more.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put down Shane because we both kind of jumped at that.
Even though he's not marked in like the top 20 for Jim Bob, I do think Shane looks better. I mean, he's top 2 in fill holes though.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Jim. Yeah, Jim
Yeah,
Bob.
Jim
Yeah,
Bob
Jim Bob
Claker.
Claker. Jim Bob Claker is a buffoon.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that happening.
Yep.
Um,
And this brings us to the Glaciers.
I picked number. Wait, really?
Pick 14, right? Glaciers. Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. What is the first? Oh, the first mock draft has Daryl saying Coden. Yeah, I don't think so. Um, Glaciers at 14. Glaciers at 14. Who did we say they took last in the with their first pick?
Latrake and Shepard.
Traken. So there's their running back. I could see them taking. Would they take tight end? Vance is getting
Probably
old.
not. I think they go for a linebacker replacement.
Or well, they could take George McCown, who's a fantastic run blocker, to just try
I
and
don't.
to
I don't
not. You don't think
think they
so?
do that.
Think they do that later? Okay. I think they would try and replace their linebacker, who
Yeah, I think
Mo
they try to
Mega.
replace linebackers
I think Mo
because he
Mega
has.
looks nice.
Yeah, because he'd be the second linebacker
He's second
taken.
linebacker. He's not great with play recognition, but like the intensity and like the tremendous
I mean,
coverage. I like Mo Mega, honestly.
Chris Warden would be good too.
Chris Warden could also be good. Who's great at
I
everything
think they.
except pass coverage. Their DB room isn't terrible. I could see that as well.
Um.
I mean, they got Gerard Magnus.
Okay, no, they definitely go
Hmm.
Warden because Reed Coleman is a coverage linebacker.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they've got Wilson Campbell, who is versatile and can do a
And
lot of different
Arden
things.
Arden Babylon is also a coverage linebacker, so
Okay,
I
yeah.
think they
Then
go
if they
Warden.
stick with 4 linebackers, they want the Warden then.
Yeah.
Which also that's such a cool nickname as well. The Warden is dope for a
Yep.
linebacker.
So
Chris
Chris
Warden.
Warden,
All right.
linebacker. Griffins again.
We're back to the Griffins once again. um. Hmm. Do they take pass catch help now?
I think so.
You think?
Yeah, because we had him taking Rondre Lewis first.
They took 2 defensive players. I would see them taking offense with this third one.
Yeah, Ronald Coldwell. So I think they go offensive 100%.
Do you think they take wide receiver?
Probably. I think they would go wide
Because
receiver.
Okamar Galladay and Tyrone Stomp aren't terrible, right?
No, they're not terrible.
Okamar was in running for rookie of the. No, wait a minute. He's season 6. Never mind. I'm thinking of someone else.
Jason Dantella is the number 1 wide receiver, and he's still out. So,
I think you would snag him at 15 then.
yeah,
That
I
feels
think
like a
if he's
good
there.
take there.
Yeah. Wide receiver. Sharks. This could be a whole bunch of things.
This could be a lot of different things. I could see them taking wide receiver to replace Mason Mountain.
True. They don't really need to touch their defense.
I don't think they do. Yeah. Unless he's trying to build for the future, but like he's got a lot of defensive guys also just sitting on his practice squad. So
Do they go with a running back?
to help out Jordan Plant, they could do that as well.
Or do they go for Plant's good enough that he doesn't need a second one, whereas DeMario Rand's kind of by himself now.
Yeah, Marley Amendola really isn't the best.
Yeah.
And I don't think Riley Tomoro is either. I think they would go some kind of pass catcher. I think they would take
I think
Zay.
they'd go Jerry Irvin over Zay.
Yeah, I do too. I like that pick a lot, actually.
Jerry Irvin.
I think Zay could be a good value pick somewhere in the second round, but I don't think you want someone who makes a lot of mental mistakes in the first.
Yeah, and you never know how people are going to draft. But
Yeah. But Avery
Jackson
likes to jump.
Stark. That is crazy. Covington, dude. I did not look at this dude at all when I was scouting. Because for once, I don't need it. He looks pretty good.
He does. I could see him going high as well, actually.
But this pick is back to the hoplites.
Where would you go with hoplites once again?
We had the hoplites taking Farrakhan running back.
I think they would go defense,
Yeah.
honestly. And
Their D line's kind of faltered, but
that's what I was thinking.
there's already 3 gone.
Yeah, that's hard to take another one there. It is a pretty
And
young D-line room as well.
There's already 3 DBs gone. 3 wide receivers.
Would they take linebacker?
I don't think it'd be a bad move to take a linebacker. I don't really know how good their linebackers are.
I don't either, but their rookie linebackers are usually good, and if that says anything.
What linebacker?
Here, I'm running to
They
the
could
season
take-
7 stats really quick.
Yeah. I could see them taking Mo Mega.
I could see them taking linebacker, actually.
Mo Mega's still there, so.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron Tyron was awful. Jeez. 20,
So Mo Mega then.
26 tackles, no chaos plays across all 8 games. Yikes. For a
Yeah,
linebacker,
we're
that is
going
not it.
We're going Mo Mega.
And Greg is falling off, too. Yeah, I would take a linebacker with second hoplites pick.
Mo Mega is.
Yeah. And now for a real fun one, Glaciers with back-to-back picks.
Glaciers.
I could
Go back
see
to
them
Glaciers.
taking tight end with one of these picks.
So
I
who
could
did the Glaciers take before? We had them.
They've taken
How many picks?
linebacker and running back.
Linebacker, running back.
I could see them taking tight end here and just going like all in on the on Lance Shepard, and they take George McCown with one of their picks as like a good run blocker to help with that run game. And then their next pick, they go back to defense and they draft like a DB.
I think you are correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think they take I think they take George with one of these 2 picks, so might as well just write him down as the first one. And
That's
then
what I did.
DB. Oh, is he going to take Harper Thomas?
I could see him taking.
I
Harper
could see him
Thomas.
doing it because he's a big fan of Thomas Harper as much as you and Tony are. I didn't say he's a big
Thomas
sorry.
Harper? Did you mention Thomas Harper?
Big fan like you guys. Maybe not as much, but
Did you mention Thomas Harper?
Did I? I could so see him doing that.
The Raiders and Detroit Lions legend.
But yeah, I think he would do it.
I could see it. He could do it for the main
Yeah.
teams.
And if he doesn't take
Harper.
that, if he doesn't take Harper Thomas, and he takes Coden Albatross, because I think we've had him still up on the board. Who's the number 2 DB?
No, I think we took him off for the Paladins.
Oh, did we? Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Harper Thomas, you are a glacier. Screw you, Tony.
I could see that happening. And then Dire Wolves, the last first round pick.
The third running back's still there. Do they double up and get rid of
Tanner?
Yeah.
I mean, Tanner's old at this point. I could see that happening.
What kind of running back is Cleo Corey? Balance, power, and speed. So they'd have two kind of bruisers.
I still think they would do it, honestly.
I definitely think they go offense.
Yeah, I do too.
Because we had them taking defensive back with pick 13.
Yeah. I don't think they would go wide receiver. They've already got 2 good ones.
Yeah,
I could see him taking... I mean, Quan Reckel and Lomas Perez are both pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
DeAndre
put him down
Reckman
for
and the other guy are...
Callum Wagner.
Yeah, I'd take Wagner with him.
How did somehow Siri activated? So.
And that's our first round.
Callum Wagner.
If you send me a picture of that after we're done with this, and then I can make like a graphic or throw that up on the screen during this, so that everyone could see like the full completed list at some point for our
be
mock
aware
draft.
it's written with no space between the stuff, and I was writing fast, so it's
All right.
sloppy.
I'll make like a quick graphic then, just like on Canvas or something. I'll throw that up. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a perfect mock-up draft, but I think it's a reasonable one that I could see happening.
There's definitely stuff that probably will go differently, but if the first 6 happen that way, I could see the rest of it happening. But if in the first 6 picks it's not 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, and 2 defensive linemen, we're just going to be completely wrong.
Yeah. I mean, in the first mock draft has the first wide receiver going at pick 4 to the Sentries. Even if the Sentries keep that pick, I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, no.
So,
because the Sentries' offense it's
okay.
Not the greatest, but it's a heck of a lot more competent than the defense.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I think their defense had a great improvement from 6 to 7, but it could still use some work.
Yeah. You have Jazz Cat Jr., Laquan Dashiell. You have Ray Kalp, Kyle Montgomery, Kirk Harvey. I don't think they take a wide receiver there.
Does he still have Montgomery?
I mean, he's pending right now, but
how is he not retired yet? Holy shit.
Oh my god, his description. That is crazy.
Whose?
Kyle Montgomery's, if you click on it, he has like a full paragraph of his career path.
He's got this. Oh my god.
Arguably worst running back in the entire league before being released week 5, was signed by the Rhinos the next day, played out the rest of the season with the Rhinos before being released again, was signed to the Salamanders prior to season 2. After week 5 of season 2, he was pushed off the practice squad by the Corsairs, finished the season with Corsairs, then was released, signed by the Towers prior to season 3, didn't even make it to Clioland before being traded back to the Rhinos, then was immediately traded to the Jackals, played for the Jackals before being traded to the Glaciers prior to week 3 of season 3, played week 3 for the Glaciers, then was released and signed by the Towers. Played by week 4 for the Towers, then was traded to the Kingfishers, released after season 3, signed to the Leopards prior to season 4, released after week 2 of season 4, signed to the Sabres after week 3, released after week 4, and signed by the Emperors, released after week 6, signed by the Hoplites after week 7, released after season 4, signed to the Sentries, and has been there ever since.
I cannot believe we nearly did the full circuit, man. We got
until he found a
so
home.
close. We got him through like 12 teams,
I
and then he
know.
stayed on the Sentries.
He found a home. I'm super happy for him.
I'm happy he eventually found a system that works for him, but I'm also
But
so sad that like he didn't make the full trip around. Like
yeah,
it's
because I mean,
it
when
would
is
have
that gonna
been
happen?
never that it's never gonna happen at this point. Like unless it's a backup QB, because like but that we nearly had a skill position go all the way around the league, which would have been just so funny to say and look back into history books like, guys, this was just ridiculous. And I don't know how he hasn't retired yet. He probably will though in the next season or two, I bet.
Yeah.
But it'll be a sad day when he finally goes for sure.
God, my handwriting is atrocious.
It's probably not worse than mine, so I'm excited to see Charles's mock draft when he comes out with that because he said it'd be out later sometime today. At least he said that last night, I think. So I'm excited for. I'm just excited to see more mock drafts, just because those are always interesting to see what different people think will go and what won't.
All right, there we go.
All right, sweet.
Through. So
I will throw
it's
that
barely
up.
legible, but it's
Whatever.
legible.
I'll throw it up on to the recording so we can all see what's going on with it, and then make sure that it's yeah.
I mean, that's
Trying to think of
it's
what else
that,
we can discuss in this one now. We went
that was
over
kind
the
of
end
fun
of
doing that.
yeah. We've gone over the end of last season. We've gone through a bit of a mock draft and in the
Oh,
process
there's
like
something
talked
we need to talk about. There's something
okay.
we need to talk about. Back in season 2,
Oh yes.
a a sample was taken of a star player, and that player was cloned successfully,
That's
and
right.
was cloned of a superstar, so they're going to be really good. So it was someone that was really good in season 2. So it could be a season 1 or a season 2 player,
That's a good distinction to make.
and is a player that has been cloned. Now they're going to be really good. They age twice as fast. So someone's going to get them, and
Someone's
they're
gonna
going to be
take
really
him.
good.
Yeah,
He's a win now player pretty much, more than likely.
100%.
More than likely.
Did we mention them during our mock draft? Who knows? But
Who knows?
it's gonna be really fun to see who picks him up, and if they don't know they picked him up on accident, and to see some rookie go completely off, and it's like, what's going on? Then they retire after 4 seasons.
I wish we would have mentioned that when John was here, because he probably would have been.
Oh, he would have been all over that to talk about that for a second. But yeah,
I was like, I can't believe we hadn't mentioned that.
I can't either. But to anyone who hasn't figured it out yet or doesn't have an inkling of who it is, it's you'll know it when you see it. And if you really want to figure it out, just go through the top players from season 2 and check them out, and then just cross-check those with season 8 guys, and you'll figure it out pretty quick. But I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
say anything else about that for
you,
now.
if you were around in season 2 and you were there when it was said, there's no way you could have forgot about it. Well, there is a way, because I know someone who forgot about it, but it's very easy to remember, and if you've heard it before, you're going to be like, oh yeah. And it's not hard to find once you're on the right track.
Right. It was like 10 months ago though when that probably
Yes.
happened. So like
True.
I could see it like slipping your mind, and because you wouldn't have it was never said
In
when it would be brought up, but
other words, if you have a life, you probably forgot about it.
but much like all of us JFL managers know, most of us don't. And so we see everything and take it immensely hardly. Much like the Pat Ross investigation was people were fiending for all of that stuff when
We were
that came out.
slurping that up.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And I love seeing these little twists and like change ups for the drafts and having
It
like
just makes it a little bit more
it
interesting.
does. And it makes it more engaging to try and find like the twist or the niche of the season. Like even though it's one player or whatever, like it's fun to try and do something a little different every other season or so or every once in a while.
It's worth mentioning the two players that have an immense rivalry
Oh yeah,
too.
that's also gonna be really fun. And like,
So it's kind of
ooh,
another little thing going on here. It's
a wide receiver and a DB
and a
have
defensive
got.
back. So wide receiver, Shea Heinstein. Um, he has an extremely intense hate-filled rivalry with defensive back Lucian Gonzalez, dating back to their freshman year of college. So,
Heinstein also notably has has a minor attitude problem,
mhm.
which if he doesn't have, it says needs a good leader to keep him focused. If he doesn't have a good leader on his team, and he sees that guy on the other side of the field, we've seen people get suspended for games before.
Yeah. And
There's
then
a
Lucian
real shot we
Gonzalez,
see it happen again.
yeah, Lucian Gonzalez gets very personally invested in matchups with wide receivers.
And he's a man covered specialist.
Yep. So
I would love to see these two guys in the same division playing
I
rivalry weeks. But it'd also be
I
really
can't.
fun to see if they got drafted to the same team, like you were saying earlier off camera.
Yeah.
Because that's things like that have happened before in the NFL too. I can't remember who it
Because
was, but
you
I
just
remember
know that
seeing something
someone's
like that
not gonna
before.
look. You just know someone's not gonna look or forget about the description, and accidentally take one of them,
Hmm. It's
something, or even if they
either,
want one of them, it's
yeah,
either they're gonna completely forget about it and like end up taking both of them.
or you take them both on purpose and you force them to
Yeah.
work together. Because there was like a pair like that in the NFL, I think, at one point. I can't remember who it was, but I do remember seeing like some video about it a while back. It was like they hated each other's guts, but then they played on the same team in like a Pro Bowl once, and then later on got traded to the same team, and they all of a sudden they were best of friends, like on the sidelines. It was really strange. Was it Odell? I don't think it was, but maybe we have a situation like that where they then elevate each other, maybe
Yes.
potentially. But this thing has been going back to freshman year of college.
So it's
So,
probably a little deeper than that.
yeah.
Anyways, we're hoping that they play each other in their first season, wherever they may go.
So, yeah. You think there's any more topics to talk about at this point? Or think it's
I
time to
think
get.
that's about it. So,
All right. But this really has been something special to see, and I'm so excited for year two and to see what happens, even like 4 seasons, 5 seasons down the road from here.
we're
If
excited. It's going to be another good season of the JFL. We're happy to be starting the second year of the JFL. It's going to be great. Thank you to John for everything you do and have done and giving up part of your life for this. No, if you're watching, thank you for watching and keep Greg in it.
keep Greg in it. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you after at the draft, hopefully. Uh, well, at the time of this release, hopefully within 24 hours. So, hope you all have a good draft, had a good draft, and have a good season 8. Everyone, take care.